morning, how are we? It is week 3 of dieting and I'm going to take you along with my week this week because I've got quite a lot of different bits and bobs going on. So I guess a week of activity, maybe a week of food. We'll see what I manage to film, but definitely a week of activity because I've got lots of different bits and bobs planned. Excuse it. I went to the gym this morning after having done these sock curls, which I don't know why I do them because they just look nice for about 2 minutes and then I ruin them by going to the gym. And I went to the gym, forgot a hair bobble, forgot a grip, anything, couldn't pin it back. Didn't have my headphones, so basically they just dropped out and I sweated all in them. Delicious. But I'm just back at home now and I'm gonna get some work done. Gonna send messages to all of my clients, make sure they're clued up on exactly what they need to do for this week. And then I guess we've got to get some steps in because I can't even tell you. Step goal at the moment is becoming an issue. I've purposely made it quite challenging and I'm really having to go out of my way to get all my steps in, let's just put it that way. So quickly, gonna message all my clients and then go out for a walk. I'm out for a walk with my heatless cousin because I have no shame at all. It feels so alien to be walking without Rex, but it's quite warm now, so he's already been out today. He won't mind. But it feels so strange just to be walking around, not having him with me. I'm just trying to get out little and often to add to those step-aroos because honestly, otherwise it's just not happening. Good morning, it's Tuesday and I'm ready for the gym. My hair is all cute. One of these kind of hairstyles which looks really cute from the side, but not so much from the front. I just look like my regular potato self from the front, but we'll deal with that. So I'm gonna go do my upper body, then I've got loads of work to do because I have my eyebrows later on. So if I come in here later looking absolutely crazy, which I'm really hoping that I don't look too crazy, but if I do, then that's why. And then I have lunch with my mum, and then I'm going to that running event later on, which I can't remember if I spoke about actually or not, but basically Holly Brooks, if you follow her, she's like a running influencer, a fitness influencer, and she's coming to Nottingham, which no one ever comes to the Midlands. I feel like everything's either in London or Manchester, so it's really nice that someone's actually coming to do an event with my protein in the Midlands. So we're going to go over there and do a 5k run this evening, which, look, my runs have not been going well recently. I do not feel like I want to do that at all, and it's quite warm, and as soon as my heart rate spikes, there's just no way that I want to carry on running, so I'm a bit apprehensive. I also posted a video yesterday of all the people that were there and there was quite a few people, so let's just see how it goes because I hate parking in new situations and I don't feel a super strong runner right now, so to be going to a running event is kind of crazy, but I'll bring you along. Let's go to the Holly Brooks and my protein running event. Currently it says 26 degrees, but it feels a lot warmer than that right now. So I have electrolytes, I've got all this water here. I don't know where I'm gonna wee. And also because of the traffic right now and I have to get across to Nottingham, I'm leaving a lot earlier than I kind of, well, I think I'll be there in good time. Basically I'm gonna be traveling for longer than I need to be traveling. And I just think, well, I'm gonna have a wee. And because it's at 6 and I'm having to leave so early, and it might take me a little while to get back. When do I eat? So I've eaten, but that might be a bad idea. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but look, let's just go. Have you filmed it yet? Yeah. Let me do a little. Yeah, I hate my shoes. They're ugly. Why? How are we feeling?
Hey, you look ready. The music's just stopped. We're feeling nervous. We're feeling hot. We're feeling like
It's 30 degrees.
Yeah. No, actually, how hot is it?
It was 30 degrees in my car, seriously. And I had the aircon on the whole way, so it's not like the inside of the car.
Yeah, we're feeling like it's 30 degrees.
This is as cheerful as you're going to see us. It's too fast.
Yeah, it actually is.
What did we just run round? Centre of the vlog.
First big walking up there.
I'm sorry, but someone explain to me why I put myself on the internet looking like this. You can't see one hair on my head.
No, you look good.
You can't see one hair on my head.
What, from the angle?
You can just see a tomato and slightly reflective sunglasses.
I need some.
Anyway, that was horrible. Still hate running. No, guys, why am I so embarrassing? I don't think the camera is picking up just how red I am. Look, it was a nice slow-paced run. But towards the end, I was like, oh, I'm so done. I just needed a gust of wind. It was so sticky. I just thought, give me a gust of wind and I'm all good. And I could see that we were going a long way back, basically, not the way we came. And I thought, well, that's going to be longer than 5k. And that immediately just put me in a bad mood. And I thought, no, not at all. So when my watch got to 5k, I did just stop and walk across the bridge. And a kid was like, Dad, why are some of those runners not running? And I was like, because it's hot, leave me alone. Oh God. Called out by a child, by an actual child. That's embarrassing. But it was good. There was a lot of people there. It was nice to go, and like lots of people were chatting to each other, which was really nice. Like we came in a group, obviously, so you couldn't get to talking to people too much in that way, but it was cute that everyone was together. It's just so warm. I got some freebies though, which I'm happy with. I got a My Protein baked cookie, which I made everyone else pick up because I was like, these are so good. Then we have an Impact protein bar, which is not vegan, but I'm going to give it to Nathan. I got the peanut butter one for him. And then some socks, which you always need just a pair of white socks. So I'm really, really chuffed with my little haul. Can't lie to you, but I can't wait to go home and get in the shower. I've done 16,000 steps a day, which is far too many. And some people are about to come back to this car, and I'm talking to my camera, but like a crazy person. So bye. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning, and I have decided against doing my morning session today. So what was on the plan was doing another hour zone 2 bike like I did last week. Now this week my activity has been slightly upside down with last night's 5k. Usually I would do my run either on a Wednesday instead of the bike, or I would do it on a Sunday. So having done 2 sessions in one yesterday, and I have 2 sessions in one plan for the next few days, quite honestly, I just knew that it wasn't a smart choice, and my watch has been screaming at me because I've done so much recently. It's telling me I have 59 hours of recovery. I need to spend 59 hours chilling out in order to recover from everything that I've done since the end of last week, really. And it's telling me easy effort is recommended. Now I ignored that yesterday. Well, in fact, I ignored that on Monday, and I ignored that yesterday. Although that's a lie. I have altered my gym sessions. My gym sessions haven't been as intense. Obviously, I still carried on doing my steps. I still carried on doing all the rest of the activity that I needed to do. And yesterday I ended up doing almost 18,000 steps, which is way over what I need to do for the day. So today I decided, because I've got so much other activity going on across the week, I'm not going to do my bike. My bike is really an extra thing anyway. It's not necessarily part of my foundational set of sessions that I not have to do every week, but that I minimum want to do every week. So I'm not mad about taking that out this week. I also have opportunity across the rest of the week if I really want to get it done. But truthfully, I needed a little bit of extra sleep today. I had 9.5 hours sleep last night, which was chef's kiss. And just have a lot of work to do. I could have decided to have done it later on today. I could have got the sleep and I could have done it later on, but I just have too much work to get done in amongst all the other bits and bobs that I want to do this week. So it just was a good decision to not do it. And sometimes we need to be flexible. We need to be able to work with our body, not against it. I'm not going to rule my life by this watch, and if it tells me one thing, I'm not necessarily going to change my entire plans to do that. But it is a good indicator of when to kind of a little bit, because I do feel good in myself right now. I don't feel knackered. I don't feel like I couldn't do the bike session. However, I do think that if I continue to ignore this, it could reach a point where I end up kind of not being able to do anything. So this was easy, kind of I could scale back. So instead I've spent the morning, I edited a video, I've edited I've edited my Instagram for today, I've edited half of the YouTube video, I've also got back to maybe half of my clients. And by get back to, this doesn't mean I'm leaving people on red for ages. That means that like I've already formed videos I needed to get through, and I've also reached out to some clients who are maybe Need a little bit more of a push this week. I'll speak to everyone. I pretty much speak to everyone every single day. Some people need obviously a little bit less kind of contact than others, but I will try and at least 2-3 times a week make sure I've spoken to absolutely everyone, regardless of the kind of level of contacts that they need. So half have been chatted to today already, just getting ready for PT, and then I have an hour or so, no, I have 2 hours maybe after PT. I'm gonna go get my nails done, which I really do with not. I mean, I do with it. If you can see that nail, I knit, but I have a lot to do today. And in that block, I really could do with onboarding a client. I've done all the notes that I need to do. I just need to program the sessions really. Everything else is sort of done, and then also do the welcome video. So I think if I have everything programmed, I can do the welcome video when I get home at least, and then talk to the rest of my clients, and then maybe everything's done. I'm kind of saying this out loud to make myself feel like I'm not, kind of just out loud to feel like I am on top of things, which I am, but if my routine is slightly different than what I kind of had imagined, sometimes it can make me feel like I'm not so much in control of everything. Also today, to help aid my recovery, I'm going to take a couple less steps, and by a couple less I think I'm going to aim for around maybe 6 or 7k. At the moment my goal is 12k. I'm bringing it down by that many because all I really want out of my activity levels in terms of steps is for that to even out across the week at the 12k. It doesn't have to be bang on every single day. Obviously, you know, to get into the mindset of let's do 20k one day and 10k the next day, I do want to always be striving for that 12k. But because I did so much activity yesterday, and because my body is clearly saying let's rest a little bit, I'm going to take the opportunity to even them out and not put the pressure on myself to have to get in loads of steps today. And it's quite warm, so Rex isn't going to need too much walking. It's all going to even out. Good morning, happy Thursday. I really had to think about that then. You should have seen a couple of clips, maybe. I say a couple. I don't know if I got too many clips of gymnastics yesterday. I really need to start going to gymnastics with a plan in mind, because it is just an open adult session, and you've got to realise I'm not a gymnast. I've never been a gymnast. I've never been taught anything gymnasty. We really, as a group, have no idea what we're doing. We're just going along and really hoping that we'll pick up some skills. And thus far, we need some more structure to our sessions, I feel like. So I really think I need to go in with a plan of action rather than just running around, which means that I didn't really get many clips yesterday at all, but what I did get you would have seen anyway. Then this morning I had a full body session, just really a bit of calisthenics stuff, all body weight, and then a little bit of lower body at the beginning, because I want to make sure that I'm having a lot of volume to my lower body. That's what I want to grow the most. And also the moves that I actually have in my full body are quite specific to helping with running as well. So I just want everything that I do to mesh together and help each other out. And then I've got a really quick turnaround. I'm going to have a snack, get back to some clients, and then we're going to yoga this morning, which I'm excited for. I don't know how many clips I'm going to be able to get there. Depends how busy the class is. Last time I went to this class, it was real busy. I will take this with me and hope that I can just prop it up somewhere, but I have high hopes. But I do have high hopes for the class. My hips have been feeling a bit funky, especially when I've been doing like cartwheels and handstands in gymnastics, because this is this is the leg that I lead with. So I'm really hoping we get into some deep hip stretches, just so that that feels a little bit juicier. And then I get back, have lunch, and I think we're going paddleboarding. It's been gorgeous weather all week, and it's rained today, but I don't think it's going to rain anymore, hopefully, although the sky, to be honest, isn't looking promising. But where's my phone? I'm pretty sure. Oh no, now it says it's actually going to rain again at 2 and 3. Come on now, don't do that to us. So we may get paddleboarding, we may not. We'll see what happens. I haven't booked anything yet. I've just put this cap on because I've plait my hair, but I'm not actually very good at plaiting my hair, so it's a bit messy. I thought, stick a cap on, happy days. Why does this feel illegal to go to yoga in a baseball cap? Doesn't feel very zen. But there's nothing like this wouldn't impinge my yoga-ing at all. Feels legal. And I've just realised I'm gonna have a snack. I've just decided I'm gonna have a little snack. I've got dark chocolate coated mango and dark chocolate coated sour cherries. Except we're dieting, so we're going to weigh them out because dried fruit is actually super high in calories. Who knew? Just finished yoga. It was so much fun. I think by the sounds of it, this has been like a 4-week run of balance, and they've been progressing at different balance things each week. So I jumped in at week 3, apparently. Not that it mattered because not everyone had been there for the full time, but that means that I'm more motivated to go to the same class next week because we did a bit of like headstand work at the end and I like that. And then she told me about a class, she said something like Rocket, where there's loads of like headstands, handstands. She said if you just love like doing random fun things and being upside down, I was like, that's the title of my memoir, being upside down doing random shit. That is exactly what I want to do at all times. So I think I'm gonna try have a look at that, see if I can go to that. But I really enjoyed that session. Ages, did a headstand for ages, felt good. Not like a extended headstand, a little headstand, but headstand nonetheless. No evidence for you because it's not really that vibe. Not really, they take it very seriously, and I feel like when you go at this sort of time, it's not just casual yoga goers. I think a lot of the people there are staff members or people who already are like in their own yoga courses, sorry. So it's serious. We're chanting, we're doing like gratitude and breath work and stuff like that, which, look, for me, I just like to have a little lie down. I don't know if I'm about all of the other stuff, but I respect that everyone else is, that's fine. It's not really a filming type of situation. I wish I could have a little time lapse going on with all the cool stuff that I did, but it's okay. Gotta go home super quick. It's now 11:30 by the time I've faffed around. So I've gotta go home, eat really quickly, and then I'm gonna do a power hour and a half block of work before we go paddleboarding. And I think the sun is actually shining. I think it's gonna be glorious. And I'm gonna try and do a headstand on the paddleboard, but I'm not going to take this tiny little camera because that's a recipe for disaster. But I definitely think I don't mind if my phone gets wet and I fall in, so we can get some clips of paddleboarding for sure. I just want to see if this will stay in this holder. I definitely won't, but I need to get just a place for my camera to sit in my car because it'd just be so much easier to drive and chat. About using technology on the drive, but I could set it up now, go chat, we chop it later, you chop it out later. Because I was gonna say, we did so much balance stuff in yoga and I just think it's sensational to help with my runs, to help with my strength stuff. And I definitely need to keep up with these classes because all of these activities might seem like super random, or I do yoga once a week, or I do gymnastics once a week, but actually they're all intertwining and helping each other out. And badminton even. We did badminton last week, we're going to do it again this week. That's really going to help with my coordination, being able to move really quickly and really powerfully. Yoga is looking at my balance, it's stretching me out, it's making sure I'm nice and even on either side. Gymnastics is a load of core work, a load of body weight work, a load of flexibility, a load of skill, and then obviously my main thing is strength training, and I do that like 4 times a week. But being strong helps me to be good at gymnastics, it helps me to be good at yoga, it helps me to be good at everything else. Like, we just help each other out and it's fun being able to do all this shit. And now that I'm totally zen and balanced, I'll be even better on a paddleboard. There's literally no downside to just doing all the fun stuff that you want to do. Anyway, I'm going to stop nattering and actually go home. Paddleboarding was so much fun, and I basically spent the entire time before we went bragging about how I'd never fallen in paddleboarding. So I'm happy to announce that I did not fall in whilst paddleboarding. Can't lie, everyone else did, but I did not, so I'm very chuffed with that. And I'm now absolutely exhausted. I have not got my steps in, despite the fact that today I've done a full body gym session. I've been to and done an hour of yoga. I've been obviously like town where yoga is, and I've done an hour and a half of paddleboarding. I'm exhausted. I have so many steps to do. I also need to tidy the house. I'm so hungry. I don't want to make what I've got for dinner, but I have put it on because I just need to. These are the moments where you really want to just order a takeaway, grab a Mackey's, lay on the sofa, do nothing. So I'm going to meet myself in the middle. I'm going to be really for real. I'm going to meet myself in the middle. I'm going to have my tracked normal calories, everything that I've got planned, which is again why we need to prep and plan, because if I didn't have something really quick already planned for today, I would have just opted for a takeaway or a Mackey's. A Mackey's was really calling my name. I haven't had a McPlant in so long, and I was just thinking, that'd be so good. And I put it into my fitness pal and it wasn't going to work. So I just thought, get up and make your goddamn tofu and rice. And in the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm running around the house and trying to tidy up all the bits and bobs I need to tidy up before Nathan gets home. Not that I need to tidy them up before he gets home, but as in, I'm just trying to be efficient so that when we've had dinner, I can actually just chill. And I'm hoping that in running around and tidying up, I gain a couple more steps. And if dinner really revitalizes me, I might go out for a walk just to boost those steps up. But otherwise, that's a job for tomorrow, to really be evening them out, which is not something that I like to do. But honestly, we've got to take the wins where we can. And right now, I would love to eat over my calories, and I'm just not going to let myself. But I may let myself off a couple of steps. We've got to meet ourselves in the middle. Good morning, happy Friday. Today is a rest day. However, as of yesterday, I spoke to you already. You know that I did not get my steps in yesterday. So it is of the utmost importance that I try and get a couple more steps in today and hit that goal of mine. So shut your face. So even though it's a rest day from any exercise, I'm going to make sure that I get my step roomies in. I'm just about to go out now. Friday is also my check-in day, so it's really easy for this to be a sedentary day for me, for just be sitting on my laptop all day. So I make sure that I set an hour and a half timer, and then in that break, I have half an hour break before my next timer goes. So I get up, get the heck outside, get some freaking steps in, so let's go. Not unless any rays of sunshine in the sky, I just feel guilty for taking the dog out. Not that I feel guilty, but I feel like I'm being judged by every other dog walker. Just the fact that actually, temperature-wise, it's fine. And there's routes near us where we can go where we never have to touch the tarmac. And the heat isn't necessarily the issue. It's if your dog's going to be racing around, if your dog is not having access to hot water, not having access to fresh water, out for too long, and it's their paws on the tarmac that's the worst thing. So I'm going out with my dog right now because it's not the peak heat of the day. Actually, even the peak heat of the day is not too hot for him. Don't come for me. Happy Saturday. I was going to say we're up bright and early, but actually we probably would be up at this time anyway. But we are getting ready to go do some badminton this morning, and then we're off to Gymshark Lifting Club for their 5th birthday. I don't know, I've never been there before, I don't know what it's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping for some more freebies. I'm not wearing, oh, you can't see. I'm not wearing anything Gymshark. I'm not wearing anything Gymshark right now, but I do have a bra to change into, and I've got some Gymshark socks on, so I guess that counts. I'm ready to whoop his ass. He doesn't know that yet. Have you started your watch? Our trip to Gymshark was actually super successful. I want to say that we got a little bit more training done than I imagined we'd get done, especially because as soon as we got there were some girls outside that were saying that it was so busy. So we didn't really have high hopes to be able to get a full session in, but we managed some RDLs, we managed some hip thrusts on the horrible glute drive. I don't understand anyone who enjoys that machine, because personally I think it's absolutely disgusting. I could barely put any weight on it because it was digging into my hips that much, and I still have bruises from only doing maybe 2 sets. And for some reason, no one was down in this little corner where all the glute machines were, and we know that I need all the help I can get with my glutes. So we were trying out this little kickback machine, which honestly I didn't vibe with that much. There was a reverse hyper next to it, which again, not that comfortable. Once we were on the reverse hyper, we realized I actually have one leg that is way shorter than the other, and I'm presuming, I think I've been having a lot of issues with this. I think I mentioned with gymnastics and this hip, so I think that potentially I've either got a really tight glute or really tight hamstrings, but it is really significantly making one leg longer than the other, which was kind of freaky to notice. We also picked up some freebies while we were at Gymshark. Of course, we've got to make the most. There were a couple of Allll's going spare, and also these liquid death waters, which actually I've never had before and I really, really enjoyed. I got the lime one, which is basically like sparkling water and lime. Delicious, refreshing, amazing. And I also got the mango one, which again, same vibe, very, very refreshing. And then in the last room, we went to use these like compression legging things for recovery. Not a fan. It felt really, really strange, and I genuinely thought that I would pull my foot out of them and my whole foot would just have no bones in it and be flopping around. It was not my favourite